Hey, how's it going? It's Rocky. Welcome to the Diaries of an Average Futures Trader, where I'm going through my experiences trading the futures market. And this episode, or rather this live content today, is a special one. I switched to Apex. Instead of trading my live own money, I started using the prop firm Apex. And it's day number 20 on the performance account, and I'm finally able to withdraw $1,000. So I want to go through that process with you, and towards the end I'll also share some of my trades if that is some interest to some of you guys. So basically with the Apex account, just a quick overview of the account that I did take. So the account that I did basically work with is the 100k static account, which is this account right here. And with this one, for the to pass the eval, I needed to have hit $2,000, and I can only trade a max of 2 micros. And what's great about this is it just worked for my account, and the minimum threshold for the withdrawal on this account was 102,600, which we were able to reach. So we'll go to that aspect of it. I did it's hard to filter this live, so that's why you saw these black marks that I had recently. Just want to go through what's going on there. These are all the 20 accounts that I have. I only have one PA or performance account. I used to have 7. Unfortunately, I blew up 6 of the 7, so I only am left with 1. So I'll go through this. I'll go through what's going on here. So essentially, this first few ones that you see here are evaluation accounts. So I have 19 evaluation accounts. I'm trying to hit 2,000 for that to become a performance account. But right now the focus is for me to share that I'm pretty excited about is the only sole PA account we have, which is in the bottom here. And I just want to point out, just looking at the suffix itself, so the suffix is 01 on this PA, which means this is my very first PA, and it's the only one that survived. And then if you look at my evaluation accounts, you can see I'm already on evaluation number 46. So it can show you there that for a total of 20 accounts, essentially I've already blown up 26 evaluation account, which is pretty significant. But really today we're just gonna celebrate our wins, which is the fact that we, this is 20. You need a minimum 10 days of trading. Unfortunately, on the last one, I missed it on the payout. I missed it by a day, and then I've had some up and downs. So I actually hit the target of 2,600 3 times and lost it, but I made sure I kept it this time on the last day to request that withdrawal for the month of September. So next, I want to go through the actual steps of the withdrawal. It's my first time doing this, and basically now I can remove all those filters that I had. So you can see here, this is the Apex website. On the top you can see request payout tab there, and let me just erase that so it's easier to do this, and let me zoom in a little bit so we can see it. So on the drop down menu, oops, fail. Okay, hold on. I've been trying to do this filter because I don't want to do my quick what do you call that? Let me just, sorry for this. Gotta work on some of my blurring here. I'm just gonna essentially wait. Oh, it's okay. Anyway, I'll just select the account that I have, and pardon me on the technical difficulties. And then I'm gonna zoom in here. Okay, so this is the account that I can finally request a payout. P&L is at 2,641. The maximum I can basically request is $1,000. So we will put $1,000 on there. And then next, again, here are the rules. You can only request this between the 1st or the 5th, or between the 15th and the 20th. So today is the 20th. and basically you'll only see your account on the drop down if you are eligible. And now I will make the request. Let's see what happens here, and hopefully my account number won't show up again, but if it does, I'll just filter it post the release of this. So I'm gonna request that $1,000, and then basically give me a second. I need to be able to just a sec. I want to show you the bottom page, but my account number is showing, but thankfully I have it zoomed in, so it won't be able to show that. Alright, so now I can drag it. On the request part, you can see right there, I was able to make that withdrawal request from account 01 in the PA. The date is there, September 20th, for $1,000. And then the important part here is the payout status. So this is important because they want to make sure that you follow the rules while trading, so you won't automatically get it. So if you've been somehow breaking the rules, like for example, you have 2 accounts and you go long on one, short on one on the same day, that's considered a scam and they won't pay you out for it. But for this one, I traded normally, shouldn't be any issue, and I should receive this payout. And once that's finally on my bank account, I'll make another live story on that. And again, the main reason I was doing all of this was basically an opportunity to basically prove out the entire Apex from A to Z, right? From evaluation, PA, actual payout, and then it in my bank account. Because for a while I was really on the fence about doing the performance accounts or just the prop firms, and that's why I was trading my own money. But hopefully with this process, if anyone is on the fence, then this could prove to you that it actually is real. So I'm almost there, 95%. Once it's actually in my bank account, then I can officially give this a stamp of approval. Alright, so that's how I'm doing on those PA accounts. And then I just want to go through some of my trades for today. I want to basically, I also had give me a second here. So I wanted to show this page actually, and let me make sure. Okay, so this is the 001 account. So you can see here, it's the 001 account where we just made a withdrawal request of $1,000. I just want to show you how our performance was on this. What is going on? Oh, apologies. There you go. So I'm gonna do the performance from August 13th to today, September 20th, and just want to point out really, we had our PL is there. It shows us $2,641.46. And then I wanted to show this chart. Our winning trades is about 73%, which is nice. Based on our wins and losses, you can see here our largest win was $850. Now let's change that color so you actually see it. Largest win $850, and our largest loss was about $715. So it's pretty consistent, 1-to-1 more or less. And then the one that I really wanted to show is our progression on this one. I wish I had a way of zooming this, but this is the best I could do. So if we look at the chart on the left, or rather on the right here, the one with fees, this is more accurate as far as PL goes. You can see our progression from day one, going up, down a little bit, and then up again, and then it was right here. So 2,600, I'll draw a line of where 2,600 is. 2,600 is roughly this line here. So we've been above it, like I mentioned, 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times, and I've lost it. And then finally on this 4th one is when we finally are able to make that withdrawal. We actually had a peak here of $3,110. So we'll see if that will change my strategy moving forward. The reason that it dipped is because I was trading my PA with my evaluation accounts, because I didn't want the extra stress of thinking there are other accounts. I wanted to just treat it as if it was just one account, and that's how I'm dealing with the multiple 20 accounts, and that's how I'm surviving with that one. Okay, so next I do want to run some examples of some of my trades today because it was FOMC day, and I'll bring up Thinkorswim because a lot of my trades analysis are done on Thinkorswim. I actually made a post of this on YouTube and other social media mediums that I use. I know it's pretty messy. I was quite active while trading during the FOMC. If you're new to my content, basically on the left is time-based, 5 minutes. Right is tick-based, 512 ticks. The reason I share these trades, it's free. It's not because I'm trying to sell anything, because I'm not. It's really because I want to show the transparency of it. And if there's anyone that's ever lost, to inspire you that simple is okay, and this method could work for you. And it's again, it's take it with a grain of salt. What I see may be different from what you see. I'm just basically showing some trades that to me are repeatable because it's something I've been using. I do tweaks here and there, but more or less it's about the same when I make a trade. So I'm gonna put some numbers here to differentiate the different trades that I'm gonna go through. And again, give me feedback if this is a good thing or not. But okay, so this is trade number 1. Oh, that's a little big, so let's change that size a little bit. Okay, this is trade number 1. Basically, blue line is when I enter, purple is when I exit, and if it's a short. And this is trade number 2. Basically, blue again is entry, orange is when I'm long, that's when I exit. So this is trade number 3, and this is trade number 4. So you can see out of these 4 trades, 2 were shorts and 2 were long. So this is on the time-based side on the left. And on the right, I'll put the same trade so you can see the difference. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. Now let's go through the analysis on these trades. I'll try to use different color this time. Okay, let's use blue. Hopefully that differentiates it enough. Okay, so on this first trade here, I did go short. And basically, if you look on the tick-based side, you'd probably wonder, why did I go short? There's not much to show there because we are still on the overbought side here on the stochastic RSI, which is normally when I like to go long. However, in the MACD, I was seeing signs of it converging a little bit and doing the crossover, hence why the short. And if you look to the right, really the main reason is I can see here we were on the oversold side, and basically the MACD here was diverging. So that's why I made that short, and I kept it quick. On this trade, it was a entry of 35,002. And I don't recall what my exit was, but I did exit for a profit. And if you look at the difference here on basically on the time base, it's pretty clear that it was a nice short. I actually left around on the I left a lot on the table. But if you look in the tick base, you can see a lot more that I could have gotten from that short. But it was FOMC, Jerome Powell was speaking, things were moving quickly. I just had to protect myself. So when I saw a little bit of green, I placed a trailing stop, and that's how I exited. So that's our first short. Now let's go through trade number 2. On this trade number 2, I saw a little bit of slowdown, and that's why I went long. Again, if you look at the time base on the indicators here, there's nothing that says I should go long. However, if you look on, let me just circle that for consistency. See right here, we were just right in the middle. The MACD was actually telling me I should short. However, I was looking at the tick base, which was I was trusting this a little bit more, and you can see the MACD was starting to converge, like as if it was going to cross over. And then you see also the stochastic RSI was heading to overbought side, so a lot of buyers, and that's why I went long. And on this trade, we entered at 34,941, which is this line right here. And I added another contract with this white line, and you can see on this peak, again, that's all profit, protected myself, and that was good that I protected myself and we were profitable on this second trade. So, all right. Hopefully you're seeing the difference of time base and tick base. The tick base is actually showing me a whole lot more, which is very helpful when trading during the US hours. So next, trade number 3, I did go short on this one, and on my entry, you see here again, It's not really the entry that I'm looking for when I go short as far as stochastic RSI goes. However, on the MACD, we're starting to diverge, and that's when I like to short. And if we look on the tick base to the right here, it was also a bit messy, but seeing it trending down on the stochastic RSI and a bit of a crossover there that went short. So with this one, we shorted, and our entry was 34,925. That was our entry on this third trade. And you can see I let this run a little bit longer than usual, took the profit as soon as I could, and you can see a few more that I really left on the table there, but that's okay. When it's moving so fast, I like to exit with a trailing stop, and I leave a lot of slippage there, but I'd rather do that than trying to, you know, hit the top and miss it. So with basically placing a trailing stop when I see some green, at least I know I'm locking in that profit, and if it moves off some more, then it'll bring my trailing stop with it. Okay, so trade number 3. And then final trade number 4. Again, thank you. Hopefully you're still awake, and I hope this is some interest showing you these trades. Please let me know feedback in the comments below if you find this helpful. So on this fourth trade here, entry, I did go long, saw a bit of a slowdown again, and then you can see we were on the oversold side, so not the sign that I used when I enter, and MACD was still diverging, but again, it was pretty much the tick base side that I was trusting. At the point of entry right here, it was actually already above the oversold sign, because, you know, indicators are a lagging indicator. So what does that lagging means? It's basically it's data from the past that had to be calculated to show you what the indicator is. So it's a bit of a delay there, but I was seeing signs of it going positive, and then here it was also close to crossing over. So with our average, this one, it was 34,852, and we were able to exit. Just a bit of an exit, quick exit, because I was underwater. I was actually feeling a bit uncomfortable on it, and but still, it's 4 straight trades being profitable. And the great thing with this trailing stop is I lock in a profit, and you can see how it went south really badly here. So that trailing stop would have protected me. So guys, risk management, guys and girls, gents and women, basically trailing stop, risk management, very important when you are trading. Anyway, this went a little long. Hopefully you find value in this. Thank you for taking the time to join me. Again, pretty stoked, pretty excited that I was able to withdraw or make a request for a withdrawal for $1,000, and hopefully in the week or two we can get to our goal of having 20 performance account. All right, y'all have a good one. Hopefully I'll see you on Friday when we do our recap on our performance this week. All right, see ya.